Red Dot August. Before I introduce to you the team that put together this meaningful performance, let me tell you more about Zebra Crossing and how they use poetry to convey their stories. Poetry is a form that transcends both ages and borders. It is an expression that shares universal human experiences and represents a form of bonding. Responding to the invasive crisis of life, identification, and migration, Zebra Crossing celebrates poetry that unites diverse communities. Specifically in the context of multicultural Singapore, poetry paves the path to unite its builders flocking to this little red dot from different shores at different eras. Zebra Crossing is our endeavour to conceive this human bonding on the occasion of National Day. Zebra Crossing is a poetic play that consists of 6 poems written by 3 poets from 3 different countries and different streams of life. The idea of Zebra Crossing, what city dwellers use every day to reach destinations and return home, is a perfect metaphor to portray the layers and colors of life, migration, and above all, to celebrate the shared experience of being human. Zebra Crossing depicts the stories of a mother-daughter pair working as housekeepers, a shoresman, and 2 city dwellers reflecting on life. Through these diverse stories, the presentation explores life as a crossroad of unheard human stories and poetry as the rhythm that unifies them all. Directed by Deborah Basu, conceptualized by Zakir, scriptwriting by Basu and Naivi and Rolinda, performed by Naivi, Rolinda, Ria, Ronnie, Dipu, Zakir and Basu, with special guest musicians Pratamish and Prasant. Zebra Crossing invites you to sail with them through a poetic voyage which builds bridges between different shores to celebrate a universal human identity. So please put your hands together and welcome on stage Zebra Crossing.
One breath to another, from the falling leaves to the nascent foliage, dew-dropping night to the morning sunshine, from goodbye to a newborn's cry, the coming and going, the river flowing to the ocean and raining back. We are the children of the river, kissed by the love of mother and father. The child grows the dreams with innocence. To be a tree at the edge of the river, to bear beautiful fruits and to grow the roots deep and strong, and believing that they have never to leave home. But one day, as time erodes the banks, we have to swim to the other side to find oneself and to survive. The river takes back what it gives, and like the birds, we have to cross the horizon in search of a grave where the river dies, and the walls of concrete fortify the oasis of life. Still we build our fragile nests and believe that the river never dies. Still some nights, the memories trespass through the walls we build around us and shake these fragile nests with trembling fist. Broken and afraid, we wander on the streets in search of stories and to tell the stories of the lives that we lived. But often, we are swallowed by the crowd, or engraved by our own beliefs, or the milestones that we have to reach. Drifted by the city lights burning intense and bright, we forget the faces and the people that we meet at every zebra crossing of life. Still the smell of their aging scent lingers on our trajectories of present and past. They echo the tale of a mother, a brother, a lover, a sister. The eyes from a distant shore, looking back for a place called home. Long gone, but never forgotten. They echo the tales of a mother who holds the hand of the child, not of her own. A mother who builds the future of her daughter, brick by brick, being an ocean away from home. They echo the tale of a shoresman who builds the boats that he can never board back home. They echo the tale of a shoresman who watches the boats to diffuse into the horizon and wishes them to find a home, unlike him. Let's look back to the faces unseen, the stories unheard, the people familiar but rootless as pollen spores, and life that unfolds in each breath, in every crossing, and in every stride.
Bathed with the clear morning light and smoke from the roaring engine in this rustic town.
Dust hovered in midair, and truths printed just before my eyes that you'll be away for more than a while. You turned your back on my face, followed the path rooted to the distant place.
Fear soared in my eyes as I turned my back on you, followed the unknown path of distant fate, shouldering the baggage of your bright tomorrow, knowing this journey will not be a breeze.
As time throws itself into days and weeks into weeks, a pool of reality drowned me. Underneath, I started digging an endless pit, sniffing the soiled clothes that you left, waiting for your presence to resurface in my orbit.
Night slaughtered with me in bed, while underneath my pillow are your photographs that I yearned to turn into your young flesh for me to endlessly embrace.
The daisies bowed their heads in the ground. Grasses extend their arms into the sky, while dry leaves stacked as the dishes. While nits and lice colonized my hair, the water became a scoundrel.
I sink slowly into a home that's not my own. Scrub the floor with my bare hands till it glimmers. Feed and bathe the children from other wombs. Tuck them in bed with songs.
I waited for the phone to ring, to hear the waves whisper.
I waited a crack of chance to hear your voice from a distance. And soothed the burn of this separation until conversations faded. To the chiming ringtone, lengthy words of longing ran down into an inch of fine.
It's been a while of expecting for your return. I eased myself into monthly bank visits, thrilled upon boxes of love delivered. I buried my head in books and vices, masking my emptiness.
Soak into coarse words, ground daily, along with the synthetic decay of my hands. Calluses build up in my heart, rush, panic, and fuse bane, that's crawled in my skin. I don't know you anymore. You are not who I imagined.
When distance has been with us, as much as the clock could turn, it is hard to be in the same self and the same us. In the nagging hollow, a wall arise, crafted with first-class materials, decorated with charade and pride.
The same wall that I used to land on, letting my lungs delight on the strength, straining my ears to catch a drop of your voice, dissolving in dead air, I grasp void from other side.
Here I am, with a degree in hand. I guess this is what you want. Perhaps this is the price, but we cannot roll back the dice to fill all the empty spaces.
I wonder if living really matters. I wonder if loving does too. I wonder if I paved the path well.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything that I could be. I can fly high like the eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. Despite of the wall that I built, the trickling silence that I hoard, you are the fuel that burns for me to reach this place. You yield the air that I inhale amidst this breathless race.
Let us allow the time, not the dime, to bring the distance closer. Let the wall crumble, debris lay into bridges across rivers to cross the day, your hands wrapping mine.
Is it always feasible to return? Which boat can sail across the oceans of separation that sediments the dormant emotions between us?
Thousand ships anchor every day, wearing the stories of distant shore, and thousand lives in search of a land that they can call home. For a while, I groomed them like my own child, whom left at another shore. Had living been not so difficult, would there be urge to return in every dream at every night? Had roots not been green enough, how could have the trees of life survived? Every ruin escaped is pulling me back, and the dead memories reincarnate like Jesus under the star sun. Still I run and run faster to refuge in a faraway fairyland, oblivious to the truth that creation is an impetus to destruction. At the sleepless night, when the floating memories anchor at heart, and the urban moon hides behind the lofty facade, amidst choking buoyant, I look for home. Have you ever heard the song of the sailors riding against the wind? The melancholy of distance that drenches down from their voices always remind me of home. Home, far apart, not only in space, but also in time. Home, long lost, long forgotten, where winter sun arrived like orange pop, and rain kisses green floor like lovers' trembling touch. Home, where hands don't rise to kill, to serve, to beg, but to love.
Life arrived like the morning sun. Swift touch of soothing sunbeams embraces the earth, and the aroma of dirty chai latte blends with the southern breeze to announces its presence.
With the digital sounds of alarms, the city breaks its silent sleep to dance with the chores and duties. A lingering silence dissolves in the busy Singapore air, humid with sweat of mothers building homes and shoresmen building ships.
Life unfolds as time passes by. So the dream of the child till reality climbs middle of the sky and burn it all with scorching lights. Chasing the mirrors, people cross the fences in search for the shelters beyond their land, beloved and souls.
People cross the zebra crossing with the strangers by their sides. The stories captivated in the cabinets live only from 9 to 5. A glimpse of a far-flung shore refuses to come closer. I give away the years of my youth to build a life that was never there.
As rain softens summer's stern heart into the bursting color of autumn, life returns with all it washed up the shore to revive the sunken dreams out of the wrecks and bones. Even stars fail to bring life some lover's hope, and faces ignored make this world revolve. We are made of the same dust billion years old, and life exists for what darkness hides in its soul.
The day consumes itself in a hurry. Time races with the speed of light. Life dissolves like a soap bubble in the air. And before it vanishes in front of our eyes, it will paint itself with rainbow colors for us to savor, like how little giggles turn into wrinkles, how energy swells like ocean waves and tapers gently into the horizon.
Life anticipates the still beauty of snow-covered vale, where memories revive the ache and joy of the past, melting gently, as fluid as the river meets the sea, like every song dying in silence. But life is a journey, not the end, because every end promises a new start, and every winter dies to give birth to spring.
Snowflakes dance with the breeze and do not hesitate, politely swallowing the salt while death illuminates. Marching feet, the Kate Zebra crossings black and white. There's nowhere to go and nothing to fight anymore. Still, after apocalypse, wars and tears of time, what lives on is life.
a lot had come.
Each had evolved.
Each had tried.
Each had competed.
Each had hope.
Each had aspired. But
Only one stand alone
only one had willingness
to embrace everything,
to go beyond borders,
aim beyond expectations.
try beyond limits, because
Life is a learning.
life is a process that does not end.
Even if you know everything,
It does not stop even if you win.
let your existence leave a trace.
Be different among your race.
Let
love be love.
So, before going, we want to introduce ourselves at the end. So this is our guitarist, Prathamesh. Me, Basu, Devabrata Basu. So, yeah, kind of writer actor in this. And Knife.
Linda here.
Deepu here.
Ria. Ani.
Zakir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.